Does your guy have a face?
Uh, yes. Okay. I don't even know what to ask here. Okay, well, I mean, surely they have short hair.
Hmm?
Surely your character has short hair.
Sure.
Wait, that leaves me with nothing. Are you sure about your character? Wait, I don't have anything left.
Yes, Johnny, I'm sure. It has a face, okay? Game's over.
No, that's what you asked me. How's the game over?
I got nothing, you got nothing, all right?
Are you okay?
Honestly, Johnny, no, I'm not. Because guess what? I had my first day of school.
Smiling already, bro.
Because I'm trying to make it seem like I'm upset, so I'm upset smiling. Haha, that's not gonna work.
Okay.
Okay.
Start from honestly, Johnny. I think it's fine.
Okay. Ow. Honestly, Johnny, no. Because today was the first day of school. The first day of school, and I was excited. I had my Ninja Turtles backpack. I had... Okay. I like where it's going. Honestly, Johnny, no. Because I had my first day of school. I had my backpack. I had my favorite lunchbox ready. And my mom even packed me my favorite lunch, Johnny. My favorite lunch.
Okay, sounds like a pretty
It
good
was
day.
great. It was
Yeah.
perfect. But then it happened. I was running a little late. Traffic, whatever. My mom was talking about traffic, I guess. I don't know what traffic is.
Yeah.
It was bad, I guess, whatever it was. And the second I was getting there, I had to start running.
Okay.
When I was running, my mom told me to go tie my shoes. But
Okay.
I was in a rush. So I just stuffed them into my shoe. And so as I was running to Miss Johnson's class, all of a sudden, I open the door and my shoelace gets caught in the door.
Oh.
And I just fall. I fall on my face.
Oh, that must have hurt.
It did. But that's not even the worst part. It was in front of the entire class. I was late enough to where everybody sat down and they saw me. All my friends did, my teachers, some new students I'd never even met before. I ended up meeting them. They're actually quite nice people. But that doesn't matter, Johnny.
Okay.
I fell in front of everybody and they started laughing. They started laughing, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty bad day, but it's not the end of the
worst. It was the worst day. It was the beginning of the school year, Johnny. So now every day I'm gonna just be the guy who hit and fell on the floor on the first day of school. You never want to be that kid.
You know, but I don't think it's the end of the world, and like the bad feeling will pass.
How? How is this even gonna pass?
Okay, so when I'm feeling bad, what I like to do is talk to God or worship God, and that always makes me feel better because it reminds me, I'm not alone.
But how can I worship God when I close my eyes, I just I try to pray, I just remember about everybody laughing at me.
Well, maybe we can remember some different things. Like, okay, there's this story in the Bible that I think could help this whole situation. You'll understand it a little better.
I guess.
Okay? Yeah, you want to hear it?
Sure.
All right, well, before we do that, we got the kids here. We might as well bring them in and teach them this lesson too. Yeah, so hi kids, I'm Johnny.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And this is
Somos
Kids. Yes. All right, well, so there's a story about a guy named Joshua.
I think I know a Joshua.
Yeah.
He's in my class. Pretty cool kid.
Well, I don't think it's him.
But he was the one who laughed at me too.
I'm sure he didn't mean it in a bad way. I think he just reacted, But yeah, there's a guy named Joshua.
Yeah.
And he's leading this group of people called the Israelites.
The Israelites.
Yes, they were God's special people back in that time. He chose them to show himself to us.
Dang, that's pretty important.
Yeah, and he chose Joshua to lead them during that time.
So that makes him even more important.
He was a pretty important guy, yeah. But
Okay.
he had to lead them across a river, and this was a pretty big and strong river. They had to cross that river to go into the promised land, a land that God said would be theirs. But he had to get them across somehow.
Right.
So God told them that if they started walking and put their feet in the water, the river would part and it would dry up and they would be able to walk across.
But how?
Because he's God, he can do miracles, he can do crazy, awesome things. So they did. They put their feet in the water and the waters parted.
The waters parted?
The waters parted. He pushed the river back so they could cross, and the ground became dry.
The rivers just pushed back.
Just pushed back.
What?
God can do those crazy miracles.
Yeah.
But that's not where the story stops, and that's the most important part that I want you to know is coming up next.
That you mean like that's not the end? There's more?
There's a lot more to this story, but the most important part that I want you to remember for you right now is that they took some stones from the bottom of the river so that they would always remember what God did for them.
That's a pretty heavy reminder.
Yeah, it's probably pretty heavy to carry, yeah.
Yeah.
But they realized it's important because there was going to be times when things didn't seem like it was going their way.
Right.
But they could always look at those stones and remember, you know what? God is here and he never left us.
So even in like the worst of times for them, as long as they had the rock as a reminder, they could always just, not be so upset.
Yeah. And that's kind of like the big idea of the story is that, like I said, worshiping God makes me feel better. And one way we can do that is by remembering what he's done. So the big idea is that we can worship God by remembering what he has done.
So what you're saying is, even though falling in front of my face probably would be my biggest blunder in life so far,
It's fair.
as long as I look to God and remember the good he's done for me, it can help me through my bad times.
Yeah, like right now, can you remember some of the good things he's done for you?
Well, I do remember when I was really sick. Like I had a nasty, nasty flu. And it made me feel all bad. And then I prayed with my mom and dad. And then I felt better. I mean, I even got my favorite soup out of it.
Yeah, there you go.
It did taste pretty good.
Yeah, it's so awesome to remember that God's always there for us, even in the bad times.
You know what, Johnny? I think you're right. Yeah, people are probably still going to poke fun of me at school, but I'm not alone. Just like Joshua, he was never alone. And as long as I remember God in all of those moments, I think I'll be all right.
Exactly, there it is.
You know what, Johnny? How about we play another game and we actually play for real this time?
I think that'd be awesome, but first, before we do that,
Okay.
something else that's nice to remember are Bible verses, like this month's memory
You're
verse.
totally right. Oh my goodness. How could I forget?
Well, it's all right. We can do it right now.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, so what is the memory verse?
Well, it's in Psalms 139:14. And it says,
Okay.
I praise you
Uh-huh.
because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful.
Uh-huh.
I know that full well.
Let me try.
Okay, go for it.
Psalms 139:14.
14, there you go.
I remembered.
There you go.
I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know that full and well.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I knew it.
Yeah, good job. And just like in that verse, the guy who wrote it is talking about remembering all the things God has done, like making him all his works, because he knew that we could also just remember and worship God through remembering what he's done.
Man, that's so crazy.
Yeah, and it's such an awesome way to remember God, is remembering those Bible verses. And another great way is through prayer.
What?
Yeah, we can spend like 30 seconds right now in prayer, thanking God for some of the things he's done for us.
I think I like that idea.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Well, 30 seconds starts right now.
Amen. Wow, that was such a good prayer.
That was awesome. But now we can get to this game.
What? Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Man, I can't wait.
Yes. Get all these out. All right. I think you go. Oh, you go first.
You got your guy?
Yeah. I got him picked out.
It's gonna be a tough one. Shoot. Is it Jordan?
Yeah.
All
right, kids.
Oh.
We'll see you next week.
Hey,
For
you
Somos
all right?
Kids.
See you guys. Hey, Johnny, where are you going? Hey, it's just a game.